Good morning students. Today we are going to start lesson number 2, India Climate and Natural Resources of SST Standard 7. Now what do you mean by natural resources? So the things which we get from nature are called natural resources. India is a vast country in terms of area. Now what do you mean by vast? Vast means huge. So India is a huge country in terms of area. As far as the area is concerned, India is a very huge and vast country. Due to the vast natural diversities means differences, the climatic conditions differs from region to region. क्योंकि हमारी एरिया इतनी वास्ट है तो जो नेचुरल तौर पे चीज़ें मिलती है उनमें भी बहुत चेंजेस है. जो क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस है वो भी हर रीजन के हिसाब से अलग अलग है. Climate refers to the average weather conditions over a long period of time. So this line is very important. It is a definition of climate. As far as climate is concerned, so it is referred to average weather condition over a long period of time. Means if we are taking one season means 4 months, so we have to take out the average of this 4 months. So that indicates climate. And as far as the atmosphere is concerned or weather is concerned, so it is the average of a short period. The altitude of the place. Altitude of the place means longitude and latitude of the particular place. Location of mountains, plateaus. Now what is plateaus? An area of fairly level high ground is called plateaus. Then distance from the sea or ocean means suppose a place is there. For example, we are taking a place which is nearby seashore. For example, Tithal. You have that beach, so when you go over there, so you have gone especially in the summer season. You feel good, so temperature is down. The distance from the sea or ocean, then the tides and currents of the sea or the ocean, which is generated from the tides of the sea and ocean, and even the forest cover. If an area is covered with trees or a small part of area is covered with forest, so that area receives more rain. So that plays also important role in climatic condition of the place. India is situated in the northern hemisphere and lies between 8° north to 37° north latitudes. India is located in northern hemisphere. Equator divides the earth into two parts. First is northern hemisphere and second is southern hemisphere. So it lies between 8° north to 37.7° north latitudes. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country. Tropic of Cancer हमारी कंट्री के मिडल से पास होता है. Due to this, northern India experiences a cooler climate and it is warm in the central region. इसी वजह से जो नॉर्दर्न इंडिया है वहाँ पर ठंडक ज़्यादा होती है एंड जो सेंट्रल इलाके है वहाँ पर गर्मी ज़्यादा होती है. Several places of the country are more than 1500 kilometers away from the कोस्ट. बहुत सारी जगह कंट्री में ऐसी है जो कोस्टल एरिया मीन सी कोस्ट होता है वहाँ से उससे 1500 किलोमीटर्स की दूरी पे हैं. ड्यू टू दिस दोज प्लेसेस एक्सपीरियंस एक्सट्रीम क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस. इसी वजह से इन सारी जगहों पर ज़्यादा एक्सट्रीम में क्लाइमेट कंडीशंस की अनुभव होती है. विद बोथ विंटर्स एंड समर्स बीइंग सीवियर. बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी होती है एंड बहुत ज़्यादा सर्दी भी होती है. इसी वजह से हाउएवर द प्लेसेस सिचुएटेड एट हायर अल्टीट्यूड्स आर कूलर. जो जगह हाई एल्टीट्यूड्स पे हैं वो ठंडी होती है, जैसे कि श्रीनगर, मनाली, ऐसे इलाके में ज़्यादातर ठंडक होती है. नाउ सी लास्ट पैरा. द रेनफॉल इन इंडिया इज़ ड्यू टू सीजनल विंड्स. जो मौसम की हवा चलती है उसी की वजह से इंडिया में बारिश होती है. दिस विंड्स डू नॉट ऑलवेज ब्लो इन द सेम डायरेक्शन थ्रू आउट द ईयर. पूरे साल ऐसा नहीं होता कि ये जो हवाएं हैं वो एक ही डायरेक्शन में बहती रहे. दिस रिजल्ट्स इन अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ रेनफॉल इन डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द कंट्री. और इसी की वजह से अलग अलग हिस्सों में जो हमारी कंट्री है उसके अलग हिस्सों में कहीं ज़्यादा बारिश होती है और तो कहीं पे कम बारिश होती है. Thus, Meghalaya and Assam experience heavy rainfall. whereas there is scanty rainfall in the desert region of Rajasthan. इसी वजह से जो मेघालय या आसाम के इलाके हैं वहाँ पर बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश होती है, जबकि अगर राजस्थान में देखें तो वहाँ सैंड इलाका है तो कम बारिश होती है. Now let's see page number 7. Southern India, being a peninsula, is surrounded by water bodies along its three sides. What is peninsula? Peninsula means a piece of land surrounded by water or projecting out into a body of water on all the three sides. So our south portion is a peninsula because it is surrounded by water on all the three sides. Due to these places near the sea coast experience moderate heat and cold. इसी वजह से जो जगह सी के किनारे के पास में है, उनके यहाँ जो गर्मी या सर्दी बड़ी मिनिमम या मीडियम होती है. ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत एक्सट्रीम या बहुत कम नॉर्मल रहता है. Consequently, these areas enjoy a moderate climate. इसी वजह से इन एरिया का एक मॉडरेट क्लाइमेट होता है, न बहुत ज़्यादा सर्दी न बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी. The Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats are on the east and west coast of South India respectively. अब जो ईस्टर्न घाट्स है एंड वेस्टर्न घाट्स है वो हमारे साउथ इंडिया के ईस्ट साइड और वेस्ट साइड में है, मीन्स ईस्टर्न कोस्ट एंड वेस्टर्न कोस्ट में है. This also has an effect on the seasonal rainfall. इनका भी बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट होता है सीजनल रेनफॉल पर. Winds changing their course according to the seasons is a special feature of India's climate. हमारे यहाँ इंडिया का जो मौसम है, मौसम कैसे कहते हैं हम कि जो हवा है हर सीजन में एक तरह से डायरेक्शन बदल देता है. यही हमारे इंडिया के क्लाइमेट का सबसे बड़ा फीचर है. इंडिया एक्सपीरियंसेस ऑल द थ्री सीजन्स, विंटर, समर एंड मानसून. इंडिया में हमें तीनों मौसम का मज़ा मिलता है. हम सर्दी भी फील करते हैं, गर्मी भी, एंड साथ ही साथ बारिश का भी आनंद लेते हैं. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट विंटर सीजन. इंडिया एक्सपीरियंसेस कोल्ड वेदर इन December, January and February. In these 3 months, we feel severe cold in December, January and February. Due to the slanting rays of the sun during winter, the temperature fall. During winter time, the sun rays does not fall straight. It falls in slanting way, in sloping way, at an angle. Because of it, the temperature falls down. Places in northern and northeastern India like Shimla and Darjeeling experiences extremely cold temperature. Due to slowing sun rays, नॉर्दर्न एंड नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया एक्सपीरियंस कोल्ड. वहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड लगती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल प्लेसेस लाइक शिमला एंड दार्जिलिंग. Many a times the temperature falls below 5 degrees Celsius, which results in snowfall at times. It is not very cold in southern India as it is comparatively nearer to the equator. कई बार जो टेम्परेचर है वो 5 डिग्री से नीचे चला जाता है, इसी की वजह से बर्फ गिरती है. एंड इन साउथ इंडिया देयर इज लेस कोल्ड बिकॉज इट इज नियरर टू द इक्वेटर. Our next season is summer season. India experiences the summer season between March and May. There is summer season in India from March to May. Due to the direct rays of the sun falling on places near the Tropic of Cancer, the temperature is very high. The sun rays falls directly on the places near the Tropic of Cancer, so the temperature increases there. In many places of central and western India, the temperature ranges between 45 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius during April to June. अब बहुत जगह ऐसी है कि सेंट्रल और वेस्टर्न इंडिया में जहाँ जो टेम्परेचर है 45 से 50 डिग्री तक रहता है अप्रैल से जून तक. इट इज़ एक्सट्रीमली हॉट इन द डेजर्ट ऑफ राजस्थान. इसी वजह से जो राजस्थान का डेजर्ट एरिया है वहाँ बहुत गर्मी होती है. नाउ लेट्स मूव टूवर्ड्स अवर नेक्स्ट सीजन, मानसून. मानसून इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सीजन ऑफ इंडिया. हमारे यहाँ मानसून बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस रखता है. इट लास्ट फ्रॉम जून टू सितंबर. वी एंजॉय मानसून इन जून, जुलाई, अगस्त एंड सितंबर. India receives approximately 80% rainfall during this month, and in this 4 months total rainfall is of 80%. The winds blowing across the Arabian Sea enter India through the Malabar coast of Kerala. जो हवाएं अरेबियन सी से एंटर करती है मलाबार कोस्ट होते हुए केरला के, वो हवाएं इंडिया में आती है. That region receives more than 300 सेंटीमीटर्स ऑफ रेन। इसी वजह से इस इलाके में 300 सेंटीमीटर से ज़्यादा रेन होती है। द winds blowing across the Bay of Bengal brings rainfall to the eastern parts of India like West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya, etc. एंड जो हवाएं बे ऑफ बंगाल की तरफ से आती है वो बारिश लेके आती है इंडिया के वेस्टर्न पार्ट्स में, जैसे कि वेस्ट बंगाल, आसाम, मेघालय। The retreating monsoon winds bring rainfall to Punjab, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand in the months of October and November. एंड जब बारिश आने वाली होती है तो जब मॉनसून विंड्स वापस जाती है ये अपने साथ बारिश जो है उन इलाकों में ले जाती है, जैसे पंजाब, हिमाचल प्रदेश एंड उत्तराखंड, और ये तब हो जाता है अक्टूबर एंड नवंबर मंथ में। You can see the picture of rainfall in centimeters, so less than 50. So yellow color is specially Rajasthan and all that places. Then 50 to 100 here. You can see Malabar coast, Gujarat and all that places. Now 100 to 200. See all the green parts and more than 200. Now let's see effect of climate on human life. Climate has a tremendous effect on human life. हमारी humans की जो life होती है ना उसमें climate का बहुत ज़्यादा असर पड़ता है. This effect is visible in the diet, lifestyle and nature of the people. So diet means according to the season we are changing the food, lifestyle and even nature, clothes and everything changed according to the climate. So effect is visible in our diet and in our lifestyle. Rajasthan faces water scarcity and hence most of the houses have walled terraces to store water. You know very well that Rajasthan receives less than 30 centimeter rain annually, so they have scarcity of water. So they are storing the water on the walled terraces. People in northern India use woolen garments to protect themselves from extreme cold, while people of South India prefer cotton clothes to protect themselves from heat. That is common thing. If there is cold, so definitely we have to wear woolen garments. And if we have summer season and heat is there, so we have to wear cotton clothes to protect ourselves. The people of the desert regions wear loose cotton clothes to prevent themselves from the continuous heat and protect themselves from the sand blowing across the desert. They also cover their heads with a cloth piece, that is large handkerchief, to protect their head and hair from the sand. The people, those who are living in the desert area, they wear loose and cotton clothes to prevent themselves from continuous heat. Continuous heat से बचने के लिए वो लोग cotton clothes पहनते हैं. And even they covered their heads with a cloth piece, that is handkerchief. वो large handkerchief से अपना हेड को कवर करते हैं धूल मिट्टी से अपने बाल और हेड को बचाने के लिए. ड्यू टू द वेराइड क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस अक्रॉस इंडिया, द पीपल ऑफ गुजरात आर यूजुअली एंगेज्ड इन बिजनेस. द पीपल ऑफ पंजाब आर मोस्टली सोल्जर्स, while the people of northern India are involved in agriculture. Because of the climatic condition, the people, those who are living in Gujarat, they are connected with business. If we are talking about Punjab, so mostly the people are soldiers, and northern India means of sight, so they are involved in agriculture. Similarly, the nomads of the deserts are engaged in animal husbandry. Nomads means people, those who don't have the fixed place, so they are engaged in the animal husbandry, means animal rearing. Wheat is the staple food of the people of the coastal areas of Gujarat, while rice and fish form the staple diet of the people of Tamil Nadu, Kerala and West Bengal. If we are talking about staple means main food of the people of Gujarat. So we have wheat and rice for generally, and if we are talking about the coastal areas, so they have rice and fish. So why? Because they are getting fish from the sea. So that is the staple diet of the Tamil Nadu, Kerala and West Bengal. The meaning of resources. So what do you mean by resources? Resources means the things which are available in our environment. Even they can be stored and used on its quality, capacity and utility, and which become our heritage. Heritage means property that is or maybe inheritance, can be termed as resources. Termed means boundary, limit. Resources are also those that can fulfill certain aims, objectives, and offer concrete. Concrete means real, actual. So, concrete solutions towards the problems with the help of resources. For example, if we are getting crude oil or if we are getting crude. So, it is not like that from India we are getting the crude oil. So, we are using only. We are exporting that thing also. So, it can fulfill certain aims. Why? Because if we sell to the other countries, so we are getting the money. So, we can fulfill certain aims, objectives, means motives and other concrete solutions, and even with the help of money and all that thing we get the solution of the problems. Anything that can be aimed at and used to accomplish human necessities also becomes a resources. Human necessities means the things which fulfill the human necessities. Means if we are taking water, petrol, etc. So they are the human necessities. So the resources also fill the human necessities. The people of the earlier times were not aware of the minerals available below the surface of the soil and hence could not utilize it. So what is the reason? So see, they didn't had the technologies in earlier times, and because of that what happened, even they were not aware about the things which are available below the surface, क्योंकि जो नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज है वो सरफेस अर्थ सरफेस के नीचे डिग करके जो माइंस है उसको निकालनी पड़ेगी. सो एट अर्लियर टाइम इवन देर वॉज नो टेक्नोलॉजी एंड इवन द पीपल वर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट द थिंग्स एंड दैट इज़ द रीज़न दैट दे कुड नॉट यूटिलाइज इट. जो यूटिलाइजेशन करना चाहिए था वो उन लोगों ने नहीं किया. But nowadays it is possible because we have lots of technologies and even we are aware about the things. That is why those minerals were not considered as a resource. At earlier times minerals were not there, so they were not considered as a resource. But these resources are very useful for the modern man. But the same resources are useful for modern men because we have technologies, so we know how to use it. So they become useful thing for the modern man. The things that help in man's welfare and satisfy their demands are resources for men. जो हमारी अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए मीन्स हमारा जो डेवलपमेंट है उसके लिए यूज़ होती है एंड इवन दे सेटिस्फाई द डिमांड, सो दे आर कॉल्ड रिसोर्सेज. So first type of resources is natural resources. So natural resources are anything that exists naturally in any environment, is easily available and useful to man. From the environment we are getting the things. So the things which we are getting from environment are called natural resources and it is easily available and even useful to man. So there are three types of resources. First, water resources, second, mineral resources, and third, land resources. We can divide natural resources into three parts. First one is water resources. The water resources of India includes rivers, lakes, seas, etc. So which are the resources of water? We can say rivers, lakes and seas. The rivers of India are divided into two on the basis of its origin and characteristics. The rivers which are there in India, we can divide them into two parts. They are rivers of northern India and rivers of southern India. Let's see the first one, rivers of northern India. So the Sindhu, Ganges, Yamuna and Brahmaputra are the rivers of northern India. Means the upside. So Sindhu, Ganges, Yamuna and Brahmaputra are the rivers in the northern India. They are perennial in nature. Perennial means throughout the year they have water. If seasonal rivers are there, so during the season, in monsoon season only they have source of water. But as far as perennial river are there, so throughout 365 days they have water. The Ganga is also known as Bhagirathi. Another name of Ganga is Bhagirathi. There is a triangular fertile plain near the delta of the river Ganga. Triangular fertile plain means we can say delta. हमें पता है कि रिवर जो है वो माउंटेन में से ओरिजिन है, तो ओरिजिन होके जब फ्लो करेगी तो उसके साथ जितनी भी थिंग्स है वो कैरिड करेगी. फिर जहाँ पे प्लेन सरफेस होगा वहाँ पे वो सारी चीज़ें डिपॉजिट हो जाएगी एंड वो ट्रायंगुलर शेप का एक फर्टाइल प्लेन बनाती है. उसको डेल्टा कहते हैं. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra are major waterways of India and used for navigation purposes. Ganga and Brahmaputras are main waterways and even we use them for the navigation purposes. Navigation purposes means whatever the transportation process is there, we can do that thing. Besides this, the Jhelum, Chenab, Satluj, Ravi and Beas also flow in the north. The main rivers which flow through the north are Sindhu, Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra. Beside these four rivers, the Jhelum, Chenab, Satluj, Ravi and Beas also flow. So in total there are 9 rivers are there in the northern India. Every year devastating floods in Kosi River in the state of Bihar destroy the lives and property of the people of that area. Every year in Bihar, Kosi River, every year flood occurs in Kosi River and that destroys the lives of the people. You can see here, now see here the map of India, rivers and lakes. The blue lines shows the river and the symbol is given in a small box. It indicates the lakes. You can see here Indus, Jhelum, Beas, Chenab, Ravi, Sabarmati, Luni, Narmada, Tapi, Tungabhadra, Kaveri. All the rivers you can see here in this map.